Hello, guys, and welcome back to Living with the Lindsays. Today I have Roy Jr. in my hand, and we're going to introduce this video to you. We recently did an interview of someone who traveled to the Turks and Caicos since we opened back during the COVID-19 pandemic. And so, just in case you're planning to come and visit the TCI, I just want to show you the experience and the procedure that you will have to go through to get here. This afternoon, we have Lloyd Miller with us. He is from Jamaica and he has agreed to be a part of our discussion because we want to share with you viewers how easy or how difficult it is to enter the Turks and Caicos during this COVID pandemic. So he came here probably about 2 weeks now. Am I right, Lloyd?
Last week, just
Okay, so just a week and few
yeah,
days.
yes.
Okay. So he's just been here about a week now, and he is going to tell us about his experience. So before we get into how the process was with getting here, we want to know, Lloyd, are you enjoying your time in the Turks and Caicos, and what do you like the most about the place?
Well, my obviously my wife is here, and that is the reason I'm here. So my experience here, will be one that I will never forget. It's the first time in Turks and Caicos, and my wife really wanted me to come because we have not seen each other since December. And
Okay.
I'm very, very happy that I got the opportunity to come and see her. Actually, I made the booking for Easter, but COVID just knocked everything out of the door.
Yeah.
And so we had to rebook. And I'm happy that the Turks and Caicos Islands allowed me to be here.
All right. So let's go to getting here to describe the process. We know that the government has a portal online where individuals who wish to travel to the Turks and Caicos, they would go on that TCI Assured portal and they would
Right.
sign it up. So how was your experience? Was it easy or difficult going through the process? And could you just tell us some of the things that you had to put in that portal?
We got something from the BVI, telling us, or TCI, my daughter is in the, now
Okay.
yes, it came to me via my email. And when I saw it, I was taken aback that, the process would have been like this. When I saw it, I saw this section where they say, okay, you have to do a COVID test.
All right, Lloyd. So tell me about the actual process of getting the test done. How was it? How did it feel? Was it comfortable? And did it take a long time?
Now, I heard people who have gone through the process talking about how uncomfortable it is. So I was
Okay.
very concerned the first place. Very, very concerned. So I got around to say, okay, I have to do it because I need to see my wife. So I have to go through the process. So I started looking around, checking places that would do it. Now, the government, they do that. But when I went to the place to do it, someone told me, you will not be able to do it at this time because it is very, very controlled
Okay.
in that they do not have enough kits. And this thing is very expensive. So they didn't have enough kits, so you just go and just do it willy-nilly like that. Anybody just step in and you get it done. So what I had to do, to start shopping around, seeking where to get this thing done, because they would
Mhm.
not do it at the time. So I checked around and it is getting closer to the time for me to travel, and I was getting worried until, I asked somebody if they knew of any place that does a test. They said, yes, there's a lab that does it. So I got the number I called, and they said, yes, we do the test. And I inquired, what's it cost? $20,000. Wow, that's expensive.
Yes.
No, but I said, well, if I have to do it, I'll have to get some money so I can do it to go and visit my wife. I I started asking around still to see if I could bypass that because I just could not find the money at the time. So I started checking around still and hoping that somehow something would come up. Time getting closer and closer. It was Monday of the week before I came that somebody said, why don't you ask somebody else to see if they could somehow get me to do it with the government. Because what happened here is that the government is responsible for checking those who are coming in to the country instead of those who are leaving.
Yes.
So, I started checking around and becoming worried very much so. But then, I got through the Wednesday because I could not have done it earlier than 5 days before I come here.
Yes.
So Wednesday I got through, to do it through the government. I got through then. So I
Okay, praise God.
yes, I didn't have to pay that $20,000 stamp, but so I got through. The experience was really uncomfortable but quick. So what they
Okay.
did, yes, they did both nostrils and the throat. So it was done very, very quickly. And I was very, very, very happy. However, I was concerned that I might not get the result on time to download or to upload it so that TCI could get the result. I was very concerned. But one doctor said, don't worry, I will see how well I can do that because he knew that I had to travel. So when I went there Friday morning before coming here this Sunday, that's the 2nd of this month, I went there to see if the result is ready. I did not get through to the doctor then. So I started worrying again, But then in the evening, that's Friday, in the evening, I called and it went through.
Wow.
Wow, thank you, Jesus. So I went into Caribbean and I spoke with them and I told them, listen, I don't know how to get that medical insurance because I've been checking around and nobody knows what to do. I think it's called Medivac or something like that.
Yes.
Right. So they didn't know either, but they said, okay, go and check this airline, this place. So I went and they looked at it and they said, well, we don't give that either, but let me check and see what we have. And so they checked and they gave me an insurance.
Okay, great.
That I could travel to the BVI.
To the TCI.
Oh boy, I don't know why that, because sorry about that. So, I went home and I went to my email and I checked and surely it was there and I said, praise you, Jesus.
Yes.
I was very, very thankful. Then we did the upload and I was not sure what would happen after that. I went and I downloaded the questionnaire and I filled that out, and then we upload everything. I did not get the response until Sabbath afternoon.
Okay.
When I went back to the email to check, then that's everything was clear. And I said, thank you, Lord. Everything is now okay for me to come. So
Yeah.
what I did, I copied them, I printed them. And one of them was so fine that I could not see anything. So what I did was to take the picture of it and keep it on my phone.
Okay.
Good thing that I did that. Because when I got to the airport in Jamaica, and I went to check in, the gentleman could not see it. And then, I said, okay, I have it on my phone. So I gave it to him, and even the zooming was not that clear. So he zoomed and he said, okay, I'm looking for the number for confirmation. And so he checked and he found it. But then he said, you might be in trouble when you get to TCI. And that started bothering me. Got onto the plane, and the flight was good. It was really smooth, because I don't like flight.
All right, so Lloyd, 1 minute before you tell me about the flight, right? I just want to recap. So you mentioned about 3 things that you had to do through the portal. You had to upload your COVID tests. You had to get an insurance that would offer medevac just in case you're sick here in the Turks and Caicos.
Very good.
And then you needed to fill out a questionnaire.
Right.
Okay, so those are the 3 main things in the portal.
Good. And from that, you have to get a confirmation. Because if you don't get confirmation, then you can't go anywhere.
Okay.
Right. So I got that confirmation, and then I knew then that everything was okay.
Okay. All right. So tell us about your flight now.
Yeah, good. So my flight was good. I'm afraid of flight, but then it was very good. And when I got here, my wife was surprised that I reached so quickly, because when I called, she said, okay, you're on your way. But we took 1 hour, yes, we got here very, very quickly. So when I got to the airport and I presented my papers, they asked for the confirmation. They could not see it. So I started worrying again, and then the person who looked at it said, don't worry. So I said, okay, I have it on my phone. So try and see if you can see this. And we zoomed. Said, okay, yes, this is good. You're okay. And I got through. I called my wife when I got out, and she came and she picked me up. And, the rest is history.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for providing us with this information for our viewers. And I trust that as you spend the rest of your time here in Turks and Caicos, that you will enjoy it, and that this will not be your last time to Turks and Caicos by the grace of God, but that you will come again.
Thank you very much. And definitely I will seek to come back.
Hey guys, we hope this video provided value for you. We hope to see you soon in the TCI.